There we go. That's gonna be the first game of the semifinals between DumDumDamn and oohmanemane. And it's gonna be watering hole with Loki and Oranos. I'm kinda glad that we don't see any Egyptians here. Because that could have been making for a bit of a boomy game. Maybe not such engaging and such as we have seen before. But right now, with of course 2 aggressive gods, we're gonna be kinda interested how they're gonna be doing on a closed map that watering hole usually is. Alright, so here we go. And it's gonna be of course the Skirrin scouting to the left side so that he is discovering exactly the hippos. So secondary hunt if he needs to, and oh, he's getting a free gold. He's getting a free gold in there. At the very back. As of course there is gonna be of course a starting hunt for him, and his starting gold is gonna be kinda safe as well. So the spawn for him is so far quite nice. I'm kinda interested how he's gonna be looking in the front. So far he's having one choke point that can be easily walled, and it almost seems there's not gonna be another one on the left, or is there? Oh, well, maybe there will be in the end. Yes, there will be. Short one though, still could be actually quite fine to get rid of. Basically by some easy walling, that's gonna be extra gold for him. So definitely nice for him to see, and he though needs kinda to find some extra hunt. He did at least find some gazelles right next to the back TC, which is kinda helpful of course. His front TC seems to be decently positioned in the middle, not really all too far away, but it might be also kinda contested by the red player as well, because it is closer to the middle of the map, and the front TC of oohmanemane is not exactly hugely nice. It's probably not gonna be that important as far as map control goes. And it seems it might be even kinda assailable from the water, because this one probably will be coming closer enough. Like about here. So it might be even in range. So if it's gonna be like connected to all the way to this position, that would be really problematic for the red players. So let's see. If it's gonna be some kind of problem like that or not. There's gonna be a beach in there. You can see already part of the water shining through, at least slightly. It's a bit better visible on the minimap. So it almost seems like it's gonna be like a branching all the way to the bottom and to the left as well. So yet again, a bit of a connection. And it almost seems that maybe trade is gonna be a bit difficult from the top side. So it might have to go actually somewhere through the bottom onto oohmanemane. But yeah, it kinda depends if it's actually gonna be coming all that long way. But well, it's definitely a possibility, because right now we are in semifinals, and that means that we should be seeing quite tight games. And considering that we have already seen them in the first 2 rounds, yeah, well, it's just a given. Anyway, save gold at the very back as well for, of course, the red player for oohmanemane. He's also having a few extra hunters in there, or other hunters trophies a bit later in there as well, as he's having the hippos to the bottom right next to the TC, and we also see extra gold to the bottom and to the top as well. So basically plenty of choices for the red player, and he basically can do whatever he wants as long as he makes the right decisions, of course. Otherwise there's gonna be some kind of relic. Oh, Pegasus Scout. It's actually not bad. That's a bit more important relic actually when you are in some kind of aggressive matchup, to help you with raiding and allow you to scout a bit better where you should be raiding and when you are gonna get raided. So it's one not really to underestimate either. There are a lot of relics that are actually kinda useful, but not really picked up all that often by players. And better villager food carrying capacity, that's of course, especially for the late game, really powerful. As the longer the game goes, the bigger advantage it gives, as of course the walking time is limited quite significantly. So DumDumDamn is gonna be playing it kinda safely. Not really going for some kind of aggressive build-up like next to the opponent, trying to even disrupt, for example, the food gathering from oohmanemane, who is going all the way into the middle. And it kind of makes sense, because he wants to gather from this as soon as possible before he is forced to go back into his base to defend against the potential raidings. So far I'm kind of liking his map, basically for the both players, because it seems they basically need short wall there, short wall, well, that's a bit longer wall, not really short all that much, wall there, and gonna be completely safe. As for the opponent, he's basically needing one longer one, but not entirely long. He can either go all the way to protect the wood line, but it's probably not all that needed. All he needs to do is just short one here and short one there, and it's completely safe. And then one all the way to the bottom, which is like really short. And there's not much raiding that's gonna be happening from DumDumDamn. So kinda curious what's gonna happen. Definitely curious, because Loki, of course, is gonna be wanting to be quite aggressive. He doesn't have any kind of option, for example, for like fast Ragnarok that Odin or Thor would be having, as Prometheus is already coming forward, and Forset is not gonna be really all that far behind. So it seems that we are heading into some kind of standard aggressive game in the early stages, as is of course expected from a lineup like this. So, upgrades. So far, nothing coming forward. Nothing coming forward all that much. For the opponent who does have economic guild, that's going to be of course hunting dogs, and I would be expecting even pickaxe and hand axe quite soon. Though first, he's going to be dropping counter and military barracks, so Murmilos and Turmas, one apiece. Now going to be the army for him. I'm kind of waiting if maybe he's going to be even dropping a manor here. Because it almost seems like he might be wanting to stick to this position. There are a whole lot more gazelles in the middle. And might be kind of even wanting to go for the TC a bit more to the front. Because he has advanced about like 10 seconds first above his opponent. So maybe he could be thinking that he could be a bit more aggressive than his opponent. But really not sure all that much what's going to happen so far. Because yet again, we don't really know who the players are. So we cannot really gauge what their game plan and what their basically style is going to be. Alright, so what else are we gonna be right now talking about? Just basically confirming that this is gonna be coming all the way. And apparently there's gonna be a way through as well. This seems passable shallows. Looking at the minimap, this should be passable. Should be passable still, so it's gonna be needing a bit of hauling. As little Prometheans have just been executed without deleting the house in there. I would be definitely liking, like... Why? Well, he's probably right now DumDumDamn. He's actually thinking that this is connected all the way to the top. Which, well, we know it doesn't. And second, it happens very rarely on watering hole. It's very rare that it actually connects all the way. It usually doesn't happen. So he should have really scouted that a bit better. Scouted that a bit better and placed the wall right there. Would have been slightly better because you will be already having all of this protected. And basically even denied potentially scouting for his opponent. It's not like this wall is like inherently bad. It's okay. He's protecting exactly the hunters, which is what he wants. But still, second should be following in there. And maybe he's gonna be coming a bit later. And then he's gonna be doubly safe. So, yeah, well, in the end, it's probably not mattering all that much. Just something that I kind of think could have been played slightly more optimal in the early game. But yet again, not really any kind of far-reaching consequences from that. Because right now, the most important part of the game is gonna be happening in the middle. Right between the units of the Hersirs and of course the Murmilos and the Turmas. Right now, of course, we're gonna be waiting for a few mythical spawns to come up as he was placed in the house, maybe to get even extra population limit so that he can spawn. Exactly. It really seems like that he did that exactly for that reason. As the trolls are also coming forward, and are there gonna be a few more? So far not. So far it's gonna be just a Hersir. Yes, the Hersir. And he maybe though could be producing a few more trolls, because they are, of course, quite a big problem for any Atlantean, like any myth units. And even though he still does have some valor, right now casting another one. Not here though. Where did he cast it? Oh, well, there. Okay, he was of course hoping to get one extra citizen, so that he can help defend against potential myth unit raiding, like against Valkyries and something like that. That's usually how you do it and why you do it, as he is gonna be helping himself with an attack also. But is he gonna be really effective? Well, he's definitely gonna be right now housing the blue player, who is apparently thinking about Heroic Age, which is definitely understandable at this point, looking at his resources, 500 and 600 in there. Whereas for the red player, I would be thinking he might be kind of similar boat. Well, interestingly enough, not. Or is he like already advancing? No, he isn't. But watchtowers are being researched for blue. So far it seems like that the economy is actually kind of better for DumDumDamn. But there have to be some investments by the red player though, because Atlanteans should be having better echo in their game. So where are the investments actually coming into? Medium Murmilos. Well, it's not a huge investment really. Is he having like some kind of good upgrades on the economy? No, actually not. He's not having any upgrades. He's having only hunting dogs, and that could be actually the reason why he's having worse economy than his opponent. Alright, that could very easily be it. Let's see the blue. It's not better all that much, but it's kinda right now interesting. Really interesting indeed. How actually the North is advancing faster into the Heroic Age than the Atlantean. That's slightly confusing, because we haven't really seen any kind of huge losses. It has to be said that of course right now Red is having more army, so maybe it could be the whole explanation for that. It definitely could be, but let's see. One seems to be already advancing, as he is already into Bragi, and if he's actually catching his opponent off guard so soon, as right now Red is absolutely not advancing anytime soon, like anytime soon. It seems that he's gonna be completely slaughtered if right now he's gonna be cast the flaming weapons. I would even maybe do it. Or maybe he just wants to lure him and keep him in his battlefield, because that was a very horrible battlefield for oohmanemane. It was like the worst battlefield imaginable. Fighting around here. TC fire, this fire, the healing of the units by the healing spring, right? That was a pretty big tactical mistake right there. And actually oohmanemane could be paying for it quite significantly. Because as I was thinking, that DumDumDamn might be even using the flaming weapons to help him. To help him actually in the fight in there. He would have totally, absolutely leveled the army. I'm thinking that oohmanemane would be retreating. It actually went quite alright for DumDumDamn. And he kinda judged it kinda correctly. Because he maybe didn't even want to scare the opponent. Since he was fighting in like an impossible spot for him. And just didn't want to really scare him off that. So that he is gonna be receiving some extra damage above what was kinda expected in the battle that he was in. Right now though, the flaming weapons are being cast because he wants to go into the attack full on. Does he have some extra upgrades? Not really. Nothing there that would be interesting for the opponent. Basically this is the same. As he's apparently gonna be right now trying to at least raid a bit. He should, definitely. He should be trying to raid a bit and hoping that he can get some mythical units. Oh no, exclamation mark 1. He doesn't have the pop limit though for any kind of myth units. So that is not exactly idea, but he did get the boar. He just got the extra boar. Oh man. Yeah, that's just a GG move right there. By the RNGs. You get even Valkyrie. This is yet again quite a confusing moment to actually fight for oohmanemane. Because fighting against flaming weapons is like always a bad idea. And especially in a situation like this against Loki. When he got so many extra boars. And right now he's gonna be definitely paying for that. Because even if he is advancing into a heroic age, which he apparently even isn't. He's getting Heart of the Titans. No, I haven't missed anything in that. Well, those boars themselves could kill him. And yeah, that's definitely right now what he's recognizing. So we are in for the basically the first decisive result in there. With DumDumDamn playing it quite nicely and carefully. With oohmanemane playing kinda aggressively, but maybe a whole lot more aggressively, and that was actually needed. And it was actually needed in there. And he definitely paid for that. The first mistake, fighting right next to the TC, and the second against the flaming weapons, that was definitely that. Well, let's check the post game then, as we are gonna be heading into game number 2, because this is semifinals and therefore best of 3. Right. Blue, better almost everything. The economy is slightly better for oohmanemane, but definitely, yeah, usually the advance into heroic should be coming sooner from the Atlantean, really. That's what they are really good at. And you can see, oh well, military count 71, unit skill 12. Wow. Now that's really bad. Okay. Well, but it kinda explains what we have seen. All explains. Just goes by with what we have seen. And 6 and 4 researches, not really all that many by each player. So they didn't really play all that much of a role, but yeah, the places where to fight. That was what decided the game. GG.